Alrighty guys, here's my application, and so you know that I'm not trying to drop a block of wool over your face. I'm gonna show you my little tinker world. I know it isn't much, but I'm kind of proud of it after a couple of days. Behold, I said fly. Behold my creations. There used to be more, but I tried running a server so I could get one of my friends to play with me, and I copied the world over, and I had issues copying back and forth, so I had to go to a backup version, and I've made a couple more things since I've had to load my backup, but here is my good 0.1 second clock. Well, I guess 0.2. Damn, because there's 2 repeaters in there. Anywho, it runs really stable. It's got a shutdown switch. Turn it on. I know it locks on, but then Shazam! And if you put this thing at one click there, it does a nice blink on a redstone lamp. It's usually where I sit it at. But then, yeah, it has stability issues when you try and change the timing while it's running. But it's easily resettable. This fancy little guy here, we'll get to that in a bit, because that wasn't the first one. This was the first thing that I dropped here. I saw sticky pistons, and I saw them holding on to blocks and pushing stuff around when I decided to, in my demo world, I paid for it, and then I went into creative mode within my my demo world, and I started tinkering around with stuff, and I was like, whoa. So I just had to build some stuff. This creation here, the whole thing starts off of a signal pulse right here. And I got a bunch of timers. This is only in here as a master reset, because sometimes when you unload and reload the world, like every 1 out of 10 loads, it'll just not do nothing at all. It'll just be a red block like stuck right here, because all the timing signals start from here, so you know, in the reload the chunk will get messed up. Okay, give me a block. I said give me that block. Just show you this guy. And this guy will just run forever. Alright, some of the things I had to overcome with this guy. I had to put timers for each individual piston to get them to do their thing. And then I ran into an issue trying to get the final piston right there to work. The signal wasn't carrying far enough, so I dropped this guy in here, and it must be set to this delay. You see, you end up getting 2 pulses on this circuit here. The one pulse goes to the first one. You'll actually watch this one double pulse, and on a second pulse, then the other one goes. That's when we finally get enough redstone strength to reach all the way up through the repeater, because the repeaters lose signal strength every time it goes through it, or at least that's what I read somewhere. And then I also read that it only loses strength when it goes through an actual redstone wire. And yeah, so I've been tinkering around with that. This guy I made much later, and this guy doesn't use a central single point. This guy is, well, that's a reset little thing or something. I forget why I've got that there, but high speed. This is just a little loop clock that I was tinkering with, so you can get multiple clock outputs. Got both of these timers here. One, this guy runs at twice the speed of this one does. But, I know, everybody's seen that, so. Shut those guys off. Yeah, tinkering with command blocks. That's like my next thing. I started reading up on that, and I've just got to get a list of the commands and whatnot to be able to punch into them. This guy, I made it, and I don't know why. I just thought it would look cool. I was wondering if I could get a sticky piston to move a piston, and this is before I started looking at YouTube and stuff, so once I realized that I could do that, and I was like, ooh, I can do all sorts of stuff. This is my tiny clock. The tiniest clock I've been able to make so far, and this is after I went to the Logic Gate wiki and read about the Redstone torches. I get one tidbit of information and I can seriously twist it up. This is the absolute smallest mechanical clock that I have made. We've got the 4 outputs. Got you. And that would be why there's all sorts of blocks around here, because this guy is a pain in the butt to shut off. You've got to chase that block around. You could set the repeaters and delay it at certain points. You can get one output to last longer than another. This was what I built before I made that one. This guy works the same way, except it uses the sticky piston and area. Once I really started going around with the repeaters and doing junk with that, then, oh man, what redstone line did I kill? I started having some fun with that. Actually, this guy came before that one. So I made that, then I made this guy, then I made that one, and then I made that big one, and then I made that tiniest little mechanical one. As far as the electrical timers go, over here, this was me playing around with pulling out an outputs, you know, a mechanical timer, pulling output to do something because of a Redstone server, or not a Redstone, but a multiplayer server I went on to that didn't allow Redstone torches or repeaters. I was glad that I had come up with, you know, the mechanical timer pulser unit. Another thing I enjoy doing is lights. Blinking down the line. These guys, I envision them lined up in like a hallway or something. Maybe part of like your spawn zone or something where everybody shows up, so you can lead them carefully over to where the information is. And this is a different one. I built this one before the other one, and this one uses the, you know, each repeater at a different delay, and then a master delay before the next set. And I forget why I had to put 2 in there. Or no, yeah, I had 2 in here because I was like, alright, skip putting the one in there. And then the lights didn't quite look right, so I stuck it in there with this timing and managed to get the lights to look right that way. And I'm guessing that's how a lot of Redstone things kind of go, is a little bit of trial and error. So, why are those all coming on at the same time? Okay, there's something up. Click, click, click. Yeah, okay, it looks right from that side, but this side it's like, okay. This is the fast running light. This guy kind of gets away from you and... What the... Okay, I... Thank you, stupid spacebar. That would be why. Maybe Herobrine was griefing me. Yeah, I know, he was like a hoax type thing. So, don't think of me as a total idiot, but... This was a little clock light thing I stuck together with like a backup integrity. So you've got the two clocks that run in a circle here. And as long as they're set for the same time, you've got no issues. I mean, unless you have the two sides set up so that, you know, one of them goes every 3 and one of them goes every 6. And then you'd like put another repeater, or no, let's see, 3 and 6 would come in from there. Oh yeah, slab diode, that would be the best way, in order to do 2 different timings on the same loop. See, I do know a couple of things. Like the redstone will jump, what is it, it'll jump down from a half slab but not up, or it's the other way. I don't quite have everything memorized yet, so I mean, I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm, you know, extremely new to Minecraft. I've been on it for like a week, so I'm just tinkering and having some fun. I built this one before that one. Yeah, once you get so many of these things running, especially in windowed mode here, let's go with this. And I'm seriously hoping my video is still recording. So, have a decent computer. When it's in full screen, I don't get too much lag, but, you know, I'm running like, what is it, 20 repeaters, all on, you know, the 0.1 second delay here within eyesight, so yeah, there's going to be a little bit of lag issues. I've got an Alienware with, I think I've got 8 gigs of RAM at the moment, and like 2 terabytes of storage space on 2 drives, which I know is like whatever, and a 1 gig's graphics card, so my computer can handle all of this pretty well. It's just, oh yeah, and then I've got these things running within the loaded chunk, so that might have been an issue as well. Come over here, and this one's running. Shut this guy off. Oh yeah, dirt. Gotta shut it off from the midpoint. Now, give me my lever back. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know why I stuck that there. I think I was just trying something weird. Oh yeah. Okay, now, you can give me grief on this. Alright, I put this together specifically to show my friend after I loaded it up onto my server. This is somebody else's creation, but to show that I can take a look at something and reverse engineer it, here's a cobblestone generator somebody made. Okay, that sound is getting annoying, so I'll just cut that wire. And cut this one. I'm gonna leave this running, though. I've been leaving this running every time that, you know, I shut down the, game, so every time I, you know, reload the game, reload the chunk, then hopefully this thing will kick back up. So it was running nice when I reloaded it this time. I haven't had any issues upon chunk reload with that particular timer yet. The only timers I've had issues with on a chunk reload have been this one, this big elaborate pusher system. I only thought that was cool because, you know, I can get blocks to float, so I can get them to go in circles. This timer, I did successfully create on an online server, but it has issues because after I leave and I come back and there's nobody within the area, the chunk unloads, everything freezes, and you're stuck with a block of redstone like right there. This whole line is powered and the piston doesn't do nothing. So you just gotta, you know, and poof, it works again. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I love the repeaters. I can get the timing going. I understand all of the block construction. I've survived a couple of nights in survival mode. Oh, come on, you. Don't tell me I'm going to have to record this whole thing, aren't I? Well, I don't know what you're seeing, but all I see is a black screen. So, hopefully, okay, there we go. So, yeah, the only thing that I'm really having, you know, issues with at the moment would be, the comparator, and I don't see that as too much of an issue because I saw there's a little piece of a number storage machine that utilizes the comparator and the 15-point signal strength on the redstone line, so I'm getting a hold of the comparator, but I could use a little bit of help on it. And I'm, you know, totally willing to learn. I love tinkering with stuff, so here's to hoping you guys let me into your server so I can have some epic fun and learn some more stuff so I can start doing even crazier redstone stuff. Because I'd like to be able to actually have a little redstone computer within the game, but unfortunately all of the ones that I have found and downloaded are broken because of 1.72, or at least that's what I'm assuming. Anywho, yeah, I want to keep this video shy of 20 minutes, so thank you for your consideration, and I hope my application gets approved. I'm looking forward to working with all of you, and build it, build it, build it. Alright, bye guys.